What's going on, everybody? This is Play by Play Tech with Max and Moan for episode 21. 2-1, big 2-1. So, man, I can't believe we're above 20, man. I mean, who would have thought?
Yeah, it's crazy. We've been doing this for only 21. Now we gotta make it to 40, then we gotta make it to 60, then 80,
Lord.
then 100.
So there's many to come, then.
So how's it going?
Good, man. How was your week so far?
Good. You know what? Hold up. Let's take a step back. So, my name is Max Chambliss, and I'm here with my host, Moandogg Gaming. We got to introduce ourselves, so it's kind of like...
Could have sworn I did say that. Yeah, but it was just real quick.
Man. All right. Now we got that out the way.
Mr. Almost Perfect. What's going on? Thanks for joining us, big dog.
Yeah. So, what's going on, Ralph? But yeah, let's, my weekend, what did I do this weekend? Pretty much, play the new consoles, Xbox Series X and, PlayStation 5. Pretty much the whole entire weekend and stuff. So loving it. How about yourself?
It's been pretty fun, actually. I've been switching back and forth. We all beat Spider-Man, our buddy Ralph, Max, and then I switched over to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so I'm in the middle of that. And I played a little bit of Godball. It's all right. I think the story plot is kind of weak. But as far as content, it has a lot in there. I thought it was going to be a short game until I finally passed like the first full mission, and I was like, "Oh crap! This has a lot of stuff in it." So
especially those bosses that they introduced and stuff. I mean, the graphics. I think the graphics look really good to me.
Ebony, Steve, what's happening? Good to see y'all. I just saw the message.
I think the graphics are really, really good. It's
yes.
I like I said, I so far, I mean, I haven't been playing it like I should be playing it. I did do a stream just to test out my PlayStation 5 camera and stuff, and I mean, I like it. I think it's
the stream was really solid, man. It looked very professional. Yeah, man. It was real crisp. Are you streaming at 60 frames?
Yeah, it said 1080p 60 on my PlayStation 5.
I mean, you can tell it looks really good.
Yeah, but the only thing is I had issues with I think it is on the PlayStation side, because I saw other people was having the same issue when they were trying to broadcast. So for some reason, when I started broadcasting, for all of a sudden it just disconnects for whatever reason. Then I reconnected again. That's why you saw like multiple videos on there. Okay. On YouTube, because it was just it just kept disconnecting. The last time when I streamed for the longest, it didn't disconnect. So I think hopefully Sony will come out with
an update. Update should do it.
Yeah, just to fix it. But other than that, I'm really happy with it and stuff, because it's kind of like I get to move where I want to show my face at on the screen and stuff like that. I could look at the comments. I could don't have to look at the comments. There's other way. It's a lot of settings in there, which is I'm fairly surprised about. So I think Sony did a really good job with that. So kudos to Sony for doing that. So I think it's a really good job.
Yeah, I'll admit, man, the Sony version of streaming is way better than Microsoft version. Microsoft don't even have an app. You have to download Twitch, and that's your only option right now. And then you have to make it all work in there. But that's the point of when you get stuff at the time of release, and they don't have everything integrated at the time. It will come sooner on down the line. You just got to play this waiting game. But I think it kind of, if you're into that stuff, it kind of just hits them hard, because people are like me. I was looking for that. Well, I got it out of one of the consoles, but I was looking forward to, because Mixer went to Facebook, or Mixer, whatever the case may be, and I was looking forward to having Facebook gaming on here, because that's my platform I stream off of, and none of that exists. So we'll see what they do. I keep looking at my Xbox like, shame on you.
Well, no, I am looking at my Xbox like, shame on my Xbox, because I've been seeing like a lot of people been having issues with my Xbox, and I didn't think I was going to have the same issue, but it seemed like I am having the same issue. So just to kind of like start it off, I started having issues with Call of Duty, and I wanted to play it on my I wanted to try the my gaming monitor, my Samsung Odyssey G7, just to play the 120 hertz. Play the first person shooter on Call of Duty, the 120 frames, excuse me, and it was working, and all of a sudden it just kept cutting off. And I was like, "What the crap is going on?" So found out that I didn't download the Xbox Series X version of Call of Duty. And so I was like, crap. I said, does that really make a difference? So I looked online, I looked at Reddit, and I saw some other websites, and they all mentioned the same thing, that they was having the same issue when you play like the regular Call of Duty on the Xbox Series X, it would just randomly cuts off. So I was like, crap. So I went ahead and downloaded the Xbox Series X version, deleted the regular Call of Duty, the one for the previous generations, and I didn't have an issue since then. So that was a good thing. But today, I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I was in a raid mission, and my Xbox is all of a sudden just cut off and stuff. So I looked online, and I saw some other people was having the same issues too. So hopefully it's just a firmware update. But I mean, there was the first time I ever ran into it where it just cut off like that and stuff. So I don't know and stuff. What about you, Mo? Have you had issues with your Xbox?
No, so far I haven't had any issues with it. Sometimes I don't know if it's playing in 1440p. And when I went back a couple times, it came down to 1080. So I don't know if that has to do with the developers or everybody hasn't put 1440p in it all the way. I mean, it still looks good and crisp. The only issue that I have right now is, like I was telling you earlier, Valhalla seems to be really dark of me playing, and I can't turn the brightness up. I don't know if it's something I have to turn on, off. I'm just not sure. I don't know what's going on with it. But when I get into light, it plays very well, but it has this yellow effect. So it got to be something I'm doing. I have to, because when I stream and I do all this other stuff, I don't have time to go back in the settings and see if all this stuff right, especially when I got to stream at a certain time. And then, when I'm off the game, I'm doing, house and family stuff. So, and then, Max and I do video editing too in the background. So it's kind of hard for me to set some time aside to figure out what's going on with this game, unless I give up a day that I want to play the game to see what's going on with it. But then I hate giving up my days I'm trying to play the game. So right now I've just been dealing with it.
Yeah.
That's the only, but I think it's a game issue. It's not Xbox. Nothing has happened with the Xbox. I've had more issues with the Sony than I did with the Xbox as far as the errors, and it closes my game out. I will say that Sony has a better what do you call it, like a restart, where if it cuts off on you, it jumps you right back where you were. Like if your arm was swinging and it get an error, and you get back into it, your arm will still be in that same position. He'll continue to swing. So I do like that instead of restarting you back at your checkpoint. So I do appreciate that. So those are the type of errors I don't mind. And then the SSD is so fast, it's like you go out and you tap it, you're right back in. So it's not like how it was on PlayStation, where it does the error and it closes the game completely out, and then it loads to send the error. Like, you get none of that with these new SSDs. So I like that.
Yeah. With PlayStation, I haven't had any issues and stuff. I know people. It's kind of interesting that you brought that up, because other people are saying that they was having issues with their PlayStation. I was looking online, and some people show some videos, and even on YouTube, that like the game was like doing some artifacting, where you see the screen start to flicker, and then you see lines going up and down during gameplay and stuff. And people were saying that it could be a firmware update. I'm hoping it's a firmware update and not a hardware update.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, I want to say crazy part. The funny thing is that this one guy has put out a video, and dang, I can't even think of his name at the top of my head. But he did a whole breakdown. I think it's Steve's. Is it Steve's Hardware? Anyway, he did a whole breakdown of the PlayStation 5, and he was just talking about how PlayStation has did the engineering for the cooling and the thermal.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really impressed. He said he was seeing that it may become an issue down the line. It said it's not as great as people has raved it to be, and it said they were just saying that it could have been better with the cooling perspective, and that could be the cause because we tore it apart. And like I said, I can't recall the name of the video, and I wish I could post it up there. But he was saying that some of that stuff was the issue of the artifacting that people may be experiencing. So it could be a hardware issue that they had to turn into PlayStation 5. And so who knows and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've seen people have issues with that. Some people said that the PlayStation 5 has cut off as well too, randomly, and then all of a sudden when they cut it back on, they had to redo the hard drive and stuff. So I don't know. Like some people see it from both sides, so it's not just one particular side. It's both. So make sure you keep those warranties, guys. So that's the only thing about it.
And I wouldn't right now. I wouldn't suggest if you're having issues with your console, kind of stick it out until 2021, maybe leading on to March when they get all the stuff figured out. And because you don't want to send your PlayStation in, and next thing you know, you come back with an empty box because somebody stole it. So I mean, if you can still play it and it shuts down from time to time, I mean, kind of stick it out. I wouldn't right now at this particular moment with the holidays. With people, scavenging these consoles, I wouldn't suggest to send it out. I mean, contact PlayStation, and maybe they'll give you some pointers of troubleshooting, and they may tell you to do a master reset of your PlayStation. Who knows? As far as when you get the console, you may have a corrupted file that goes on here and is causing all these issues, and you may have to master reset. I haven't checked, but I hope that PlayStation has like some sort of maybe disk format for the SSDs in here, or PlayStation or Xbox, where you could just wipe everything and it boots up and it rewrites your profile back on there, but all the other data is gone and you got to update your stuff. So I guess that's master reset. So I guess same thing. So if they have so utilize the master reset feature, especially if you don't want to turn it in, and see if that helps. Other than that, I can't. I'm scared to. Right now, I'm scared to even take mine apart to do, because I want to customize my plates and stuff like that. But there isn't any PlayStations around if something happens, because they did just announce that PlayStation is completely out of stock right now, completely. So I'm pretty sure they've stocked since the last time I read the article. But just as far as turning it in for them to give you to refurbish yours or to exchange it, to me, that's my personal opinion. I don't think it's a good idea to turn it in. It's just got to sit there until they're widely available and anybody can pick them up.
Yeah, because I think it takes. Yeah, because once you ship it, I think it takes even 10 to 15 days for them to assess it and fix it, and then it take another couple of days for it to send it right back. So your system may be more than likely be a month and stuff. So. Well,
and that kind of sucks. Right? It was hard getting these now, and then you got to wait another month. So I say just stick it out. Just stick it out.
Yeah, and stuff. Well, we can stop talking about that. But yeah, like I said, that was my perspective. Just letting you guys know that I'm, like I said, I'm having issues with my Xbox. I'm not having issues with my PlayStation. Moan say he had some random issues with his PlayStation 5. So it's kind of like it's vice versa for us and stuff. So we're not the only ones and stuff. So, but let's jump back to Spider-Man. So, what did you think of Spider-Man?
I think the story was it was really good for Spider-Man story matches the PlayStation 5 launch, and that's what you want. They kept that tradition from the music, from the plot, from just integration. Well, at first they didn't have the full haptic feedback on Spider-Man. It was kind of vague, and they did an update. To me, it seems like they added more to it. But I think the story was too short. But it kind of works out for me because I bought 5 brand new games that I got to play. But I still have to. I got to do what I did last time. I still have the original Spider-Man for PlayStation 4. I didn't turn it in, but I also got the Ultimate Edition of Miles Morales. So I got like all 3 versions of it, and. I am going to go back like I did the one that came out on PS4 to play all the side missions, because I'm doing the same thing to Valhalla. I'm doing the same thing to Godfall, and I still haven't even touched Watch Dogs Legion. It's just sitting here, it's still wrapped into plastic, and because I gotta beat one of these other games. So
yeah, speaking of Watchdog, it's going for sale for like $20 or $30.
yeah, I could. Well,
That's
I got
off.
it for free. You can say because I did the buy two get one free, or vice
Yeah,
versa. So I got a free game out of all this.
yeah, yeah. So I'm still not picking it up. I'm just not. That's one game I just never been really interested in and stuff like that. Even the previous ones and stuff, I played it a little bit, and it's just I don't know. It feels like they try to rip off GTA, Grand Theft Auto, and it's just that's just my opinion and stuff. People could say whatever they want, but it's just like it feels so much like Grand Theft Auto, except for the part that you could do hacking and whatever you could do in the game when it comes to that perspective. I'm like, nah, that's a pass. I'll wait till it comes out, like for like $6 or $7 or something like that. I just wasn't really impressed with the game. But Assassin's Creed, on the other hand,
Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
are you a believer? Are you a believer? Because you wasn't into it. A couple podcasts before you was talking about, I'm not really interested in it. I'm not really interested. I said, dude, I don't know. Once they updated that graphics, woo!
So what happened? What happened? Well, let's give everybody the full story. So, as a matter of fact, all you guys can go to our episode 1. That was the first thing we talked about because it was Ubisoft Forward, the press conference, and our thumbnail is even talking about Assassin's Creed because Max and I both were like, man, I don't know at the time, and then Max saw.
No, I said it looked terrible. I said the graphics looked terrible.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
I was serious about that, and it was. It was awful, and then what they said was too that they was trying to their goal was to do 4K 30, and so it was like a hard pass.
We were both out. Yeah, we were both out of it after that, and that was it.
It was a hard pass. I was just like, nah, I'm not playing this game. I'll play for $24, the Ultimate Edition. I'll play that all day long. I'm not playing Assassin's Creed. I'll wait till that go on super discount, and I mean super discounts and getting it for
are you talking about like are you talking about like the Division discount where it wasn't like $3 at one time and we all bought it?
Yeah,
Division 2.
That's like the only way. That's the only way. But I mean, I guess they must have heard us or they heard somebody stuff, and man, that game is fun. I don't care what anybody say. That game is amazing.
Is good. It's actually really good. The dialogue is amazing in that game, and the creativity. Also, just playing, I play in 1440p 60, and it's just butter smooth. The only issues I got is I don't know what I'm doing as far as color correction and brightness. It's driving me nuts, and I haven't had time to sit down and do that. But it's a lot of content in that game. It's it makes me kind of feel like it's Metal Gear. What was the recent one? 5, Metal Gear Solid 5, where it was so much in there. Like you're not going to finish this game.
Oh no!
In a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This game is long, and I'm talking about just playing the main story. So
no, you're not going to finish that. It's so much content on there and stuff. But I mean, the only issue that I have. So I haven't played it on my gaming monitor, but I played it on my other TV, and I have the issue where I see tearing, and you can see it very evident when you like walk around. You can see the tearing on the screen and stuff like that, and it's so annoying. And everybody else is having the same issue. And they said the only workaround is switching your signal to 4K 30. I said I'm not doing that.
No, that's not happening. I'll deal with the tearing.
I'll deal with the tearing and stuff. So, but no, yeah. Other than that, content-wise, there's no way you could beat that game and within a day or so like that. It's so much to go on there. And the crazy part is, like, I've been off I took the whole week off for Thanksgiving, but like today, I've been playing that game like almost nonstop. Like when my daughter was taking her nap, I was literally, and my wife went to the grocery store and stuff. I was playing that game like nonstop without any breaks, and it didn't even feel like I was really playing it for that long. But it was like was like 2 almost 3 hours almost went by like just like that. You thinking like, oh, I just need to do this. Oh, let me do this. Let me do that. And it's really that fun. And people, and that's the thing is like people don't realize it's people thinking that I was the same way too. I was thinking like, oh, I really don't care for Assassin's Creed, but I think they did a really good job because like you have your own clan and you get to build up your own area and stuff. Like it's kind of like Age of Empires. If anybody's familiar with that, you get to build your own clan. You could do raids and stuff like that, where you could conquer other areas. And you could do your own solo mission where you could just do, the missions that you want to do in Assassin's Creed. So it's so much variety in there that it got all flavors that you possibly could want in the game. And so for me, I love it and stuff. So I give it an A.
So let's look at some of these comments. So we have so Ralph said PlayStation is better. He's always going to come on here and troll the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
And then Emud Loves God said not Xbox. So we got a little heated argument going on here. so I tell him. So Propaganda is saying Xbox and PlayStation are basically the same, just different brands. And I kind of replied, yeah, in a sense, but somewhat different. I guess real quick, maybe spend a couple minutes on the similarities and the differences. Do you want to take it, Max, or you want me to go?
You said the differences?
Yeah, the similarities and the differences.
No, you could go ahead. And
all
stuff,
right. So Propaganda, if you're still here, yes, in a sense, they're both chasing the same goal, 4K 60. And if you have the money, 4K 120. If you watch our part 1 of this special that we have, we talk about how PlayStation is truly most next gen, where everything feels completely different as far as the UI, the controls, the integration of everything that they're doing. It's completely different. They took some of their pointers from Microsoft, and Microsoft still kind of doing their own thing. Now, as far as on Microsoft end, Microsoft is pure performance, pure power. So you may not get all the special integrated features that Sony have, but if you want a solid 4K 60 and solid 4K 120, depending on developers of the game, then you'll get that. On another aspect, Xbox is raw AMD, no hybrid, no nothing. It's all their new hardware, new RDNA 2 technology for the graphics card, and new Zen 3 processors. Sony, on the other hand, is split between the two from old and new as far as the hardware. So it has some of the old aspects and some of the new, but they both do what they need to do as far as reach 4K 60. 4K 60 is going to be the main thing. Me and Max always stress the fact, always use the cables that come with the Xbox and the PlayStation if you want those performance. If you want those performance on your TV, and pushing out of the console to your TV if you want that visual fidelity. Please use the cords that come with it, or purchase you a HDMI 2.1 compatible cord from Amazon, from Best Buy, from Micro Center, whatever you want to do. And make sure you use that if you want to achieve 4K 120 for HDMI 2.1. On HDMI 2.0, you can still get 4K 60, which is going to be the norm because a lot of people have 4K TVs. Not everybody, but they do. So they kind of touch that aspect for all the games in a sense. Oh, well, yeah. Now, I agree. He said, in his opinion, console, they basically do the same stuff. You're absolutely right. They all play video games. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They're chasing the same goals, 4K 60. But those are, technically, if you want to look at it, those are the differences. And I want to touch on that a little bit, because sometimes we do have people that say this is better, that is better. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, but depending on what you want. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, and just to add to that, from my perspective, you can't go wrong with either or consoles, because like even the third party games right now, they pretty much almost identical. And it's like, if you even like just like Call of Duty, Black Ops, you could play 120 frames on the PlayStation 5, just like on the Xbox Series X, and both of them. I haven't purchased Call of Duty on the PS5, but I have it on the Xbox Series X, And like I said, it runs really, really good, which I'm really shocked about and stuff. So both of those games perform almost identical to each other, except for a couple of aspects. And you could look at Digital Foundry because they do video reviews, but pretty much all the third-party games that come out for both systems run pretty much almost the same. And so there may be some quirks here and there, but yeah, to that point, I think when it comes down to it, the differences between each console is when they start coming out with their first-party games. So far, PlayStation has been doing a better job because they have more first-party games than Xbox and stuff. So that's that's Microsoft's biggest issue is the first-party games, and they know it is, and so that's where they struggle with. But at the same time, too, they are coming out with some games next year and stuff. So that will give people more of a better understanding of what, like power wise, what the console can do. But at the same time, too, it's just like I said, it's going to be hard. Like both systems, it depends on the developer and what they use, what development kit and what type of tools that they have at the time of making the games. Like I say, you're not going to go bad with either or and stuff like that. These games are doing 4K at 120 hertz, which I'm kind of shocked about. But yeah, they doing that right now on certain games. So yeah, so it's just like I said, it's either or.
Why does this happen every time, Max? Pro Panda Gaming is on the same page as me. I am furious about Halo. He said, I want the new Halo. I hope they don't mess up, though. So I talk about this every single ever. Look at Max. He got his ass closed.
Yeah. I'm just... Yeah, I mean, I hope
Halo was my thing. Halo was my thing. I was so waiting on that to come out.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time too, we saw the trailer for it.
Yeah,
and I said it right then and there. I said this doesn't look next gen. It looked like this game could play on the Xbox and stuff. And just like even the Halo 5 game that came out a couple years ago looked way better than the Halo Infinite gameplay when they showed the demo. It didn't scream next gen. It just seemed like, this Halo game is going to come out for the Xbox and stuff, which is I'm like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And so that was what that's what they wasn't trying to go for. They was trying to show people like a really next gen game. And no, they didn't hit the mark. So they need to spend as much time as possible to do whatever they need to do and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm perfectly content with the Xbox right now. I got plenty of games that I'm playing right now, just like the Assassin's Creed game, Call of Duty game, just to name a few. Mortal Kombat 11 just came out with their Series X update and stuff, and got some new content that I haven't played that I'm playing that now. Same thing with Devil May Cry Special Edition and stuff. Halo Master Chief Collector Edition, they just came out with an update last week for the Series X version. So you got and from that game you can play up to 20 frames per second on that game on all the Halo games from Halo 1 to all the way up to Halo 4. Mm-hmm. So it's like I like I said, I have plenty of games that I know that will keep me occupied until Halo Infinite whenever that comes out. There's like thousands of games that Xbox have that I didn't even think to even touch, but I'm starting to kind of like dabble and play. And I'm just saying like, oh man, I didn't think I was really going to play this game, but I'm playing right now because of Game Pass and stuff. Yeah. That's just me.
Yeah. Game Pass is the Xbox leading thing. So before we get too far off, let's hit one of our topics that we want to touch on. And Max and I earlier were saying we want to talk about the Kohl's and their online orders as far as they've been canceling. So we've had a friend of ours that went through this and showed us the info on what happens, and this is what it looks like, folks. When something, I don't know what happened, Max. Did you find anything else about this of why they were canceling? Did they take too many orders and couldn't meet the demand?
Yeah, it's the same thing with all the other companies. They took way too many orders than what they actually had in stock, and so Amazon went through the same issue. Target went through the same issue. GameStop went through. I mean, it's like pretty much every store that you could possibly think of went through the same issue and stuff. It just so happened that, like I said, Kohl's. I didn't even think Kohl's was going to sell the PlayStation 5, but sure enough,
that was surprising.
One of our boys sent us a text that said, "Yeah, I got my order from Kohl's," and we was like, "Really?" I was like, "Man, I didn't think they was going to be selling the PlayStation 5." And he got it, and then the next day he sent us a text that they canceled his order.
Oh, he was pretty upset.
Anybody would. Yeah, anybody would. It's different. It's different when they just out of stock. That's a different story. And it's like, dang, I should have did a better job, or try to get it. But if you thought you had a secure order and then find out the next day that they cancel your order,
and not only that, they took your money too.
Yeah, and they're gonna refund it or whatever. But what these companies should do is that if they don't have enough inventory to fulfill the customers when it comes to getting their products, then they should come up with another option as a look. We don't have the console or the item in stock. However, you have the option to keep your order, and when it comes available, you'll be one of the first people to get shipped out. Or you could just cancel it. That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
But no, these companies go flat out and just cancel it and just say, we don't have it in stock. And it's like, they shouldn't do that. At least that'll give me a reassurance to say, okay, I understand. They don't have the system in stock. That's their mistake. But at least I know I have my order and stuff, and I know I can get my system later.
Yeah, funny you say that though, because knowing what they have in stock helps. And I don't know why they do this. Maybe they try to get all the orders they can and then try to send something out to Sony to see if they can get them. I'm not sure. But here's another article here from GameStop and when they're going to restock. And I believe somewhere in here it says they're going to have 2 consoles per store. Where did I see that at? It's somewhere in this article. But they're only going to have, so there's no point of anybody camping outside of the store trying to get these consoles. I don't know if this is going to be, it says physical, it says all in store will have, here it is, a minimum of 2 PS5s and 2 Xbox Series X consoles at opening. So, if you already know there's people going to be lined up outside the door. Hopefully they do something while they're there to maybe take other pre-orders, and then when it comes around, it will they will send one to you. What I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know what to think about it. That's why I'm sitting here and I'm trying to put the words together, because this is done like we've never had before as far as console releases. Everything is totally different. I don't know what to expect. Same thing goes for Walmart. Walmart's doing the same thing, but the dates are different. They're going to restock for November 25th. And it is in their pre-order phases, non-launch date. So yeah, so you're only going to order these online. So if you guys are trying to secure one, November 25th for Walmart, and this is November 27th for GameStop. I will tell you this: Max and I have been trying to secure PlayStations for our buddies, Marv and Solo, and it's been pure hell trying to get these consoles and trying to, secure one. We've even got them in our carts, and then the site crashes. Also, they do all these what do you call them? Scheduled dates that they've been doing throughout the day, and the 2 seconds of going on there, they're already sold out. Literally, I think 1 whole minute didn't even pass before we could even secure one. I even left one in my cart. I said, I'm gonna be smart about it. I'm gonna leave it in my cart, and I went straight to my cart when the time came. Literally, I think it was like at 3:00, and then I went to go purchase the order, and they were sold out. I was like, man, and it all has to do with the bots. There's folks online. There's a guy, I think you sent it to me, Max, where this guy had about 30 or 40 PlayStations. He was bragging about it, just sitting behind him like this. And
that was solo. Yeah.
So, and I was like, man, that sucks, man, because especially for people, like us who's trying to buy one, There's always been scavengers out there who gets that stuff and raise the prices up. So I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Max?
No, I think it's awful. It's like it's like, come on. I get that people are trying to make and stuff, but it's just the thing is that when it comes to this next generation console, it's like these companies know they should have put some security precautions as to making sure that people like that person that we just mentioned that bought like 30 or 40 PlayStation 5s can't do that and stuff. And then the people who have these type of scripts that could go out and just buy these and stuff, man, dude, y'all guys are the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
I'm
trash.
saying that you guys are like legitimately the worst of the worst, because I get that y'all trying to make your money and stuff like that, but to buy up all the stock, like 30 or 40 of them, it's like I can see you trying to get 2 or 3 and stuff. I get that, but just to buy up all of them, where you have a lot of people, especially when the pandemic, where you can't go into the store physically and get it. It's like I seriously don't have no respect for any of them and stuff like that. It's just the thing is that you have so many people who are really looking forward to this and really try to get a console, and then the only thing you have to do is press a button, and then they go ahead and go to multiple sites just to run this script. Yeah, to buy these next generation consoles, it's just like I said, I have no respect for them and stuff. It's like it's terrible. It's stuff. You shouldn't be able to do it. And not only that, they do the same thing for GPUs too, like the new NVIDIA 30 series, and the same thing for the AMD 6000 series and stuff, and 5000 series too, or the CPUs. And it's just like, dude, you could go to eBay or go to whatever these websites where you could resell them, and they sell them from like $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. I seen even $1,500 a pop and stuff like that. And it's just like, dude, I wish y'all the worst karma when it comes to.
Well, they're already getting worse karma, because another YouTuber reported that the scavengers are getting robbed at gunpoint. But he said it's not good and all that. But
No, I don't wish that. I don't wish that. That's one thing. I don't wish. It's just a thing. For people like them and stuff, the only way to really fix that is people who are really trying to get these consoles, do not buy them. Just wait and stuff like that. I get it. It sucks. Just wait and stuff. That's the only way that's going to stop these people from selling these consoles for these astronomical prices. Also, too, eBay and all these other sites that letting people do that. Shame on you guys. You shouldn't be doing that. You should charge maybe a 10% premium, 15%, whatever it is, premium on these type of consoles. It's like the same thing with the pandemic with the whole toilet paper and paper towel and stuff. You saw people on Amazon that was selling paper towel for $100 or toilet paper for $100, and knowing darn well it was going for $30 and stuff, 20 or whatever, $30. And it's like, you see how Amazon shut them down and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You should do the same exact thing. eBay, you should be doing the same exact thing for the people who are trying to flip these consoles and stuff like that. Or that's what they should do.
Yeah, I agree. It makes it frustrating, and as we're going through with our friends, I mean, and we tell everybody all the time that when this comes around next time, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot worse, whether it's a pandemic or not. That anytime they have the first pre-orders or early pre-orders, please take advantage of it. That's what we did. That's how we were able to secure consoles. Max was able to secure a couple PlayStations. Pro Panda said his cousin was able to secure 4 PS5 and 4 Xbox Series X's, but he did it for other people. It's not like he scavenged out. Yeah,
but this is the point. I was able to gave the other PlayStation 5 pre-order, but where I'm coming from is that where you trying to get 5 or 6 and stuff like that, and you trying to secure for other people, that's cool. Yeah. If you try to flip them and stuff like that, a couple of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, that's cool too. I don't have a problem with that. It's just the issue that I have is if you're buying 20, 30, 40, 50 units of next generation console, and you're trying to flip them like that, that's where I have an issue with. I could see a couple of consoles here and there and say, yeah, let me just see if I can make a dime, $1,000 here and there. But you try to make it a whole business. And that's where That's where I have an issue with Jordan stuff like that or Yeezy. You see people do the same thing. They go ahead and wait to those shoes come out, and you sure enough see them on StockX going for 3 or 4 times the price that is going for and stuff. I mean, I get it. That's the game and stuff like that. But it's like you only should be able to do it so many times. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah. And if you got the money and you just can't wait, then go to eBay. Go to eBay, go to whatever, StockX, go whatever you want to call it.
No. I'm saying no, don't buy. No, don't buy. Wait. Yeah. Don't spend $1,500 for a that is not worth it and stuff like that. No, you just only thing you doing is helping those people who have those scripts and stuff like that. Don't buy it.
And you make it okay. I do understand that, but you know,
don't do that. Yeah, at that point, stuff is like I said, PlayStation 5 or Xbox $1,500 and stuff like that. I'm not saying just because I have it. I'm just saying those systems do not worth that amount of money. You guys could go ahead and put that money towards a nice PC and stuff and get this get better performance and stuff like that. And like I said, or wait
and never pay a dime for a game of your life if you go to PC. There's so many free to play games out there, so you can just build a PC and just start playing games and start downloading them.
Just save that money and stuff like that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. It's like don't eBay or whatever the other sites that's flipping them and stuff like that. You just feeding into it, and they just going to keep doing it over and over again and stuff like that. This happens all the time, especially when the Bitcoin era was happening and stuff. People was buying GPUs left and right.
Oh, that drove me crazy. I couldn't stand that era. It would go in and it made GPUs not be available for about a year. And I'm talking about even when they were already out, months have passed, and it drove me nuts. Especially with the AMDs, because the AMDs were better at mining more so than the NVIDIA ones. But it drove me nuts.
Yeah, so that's the thing is about it. Yeah.
Anyway, so the next subject I have is that do you have something, Max, before I move on?
No, you go ahead.
All right. So, Big Phil teases Xbox TV app, and he said that's in the works. So, I think that's a good move. PlayStation has, they used to have their PlayStation View and PlayStation Now on their TVs, but being able to get the Xbox app, which comes with the Game Pass and their cloud services, I mean, to me, that's truly awesome if you're not even looking to buy any of these consoles and you want the experience. So, I mean, and what I mean by that is having it. So, say if you have the Xbox app on your TV and you just go and buy you an Xbox controller for about $60-$70 and you pay for Game Pass, you can play all your cloud-based games on your TV. And Xbox Game Pass Cloud is one of the better cloud services, more so than Stadia, because Stadia is horrible. But I just think.
Hold up for a minute.
What's that?
What do you mean Stadia is horrible?
Well,
so you were just talking about Stadia last week.
Well, I talked about Stadia because I got a free console from them, and I said I was going to try them again. And I'll tell you, I experienced. I'll tell you that in a little bit. Don't let me forget. Yeah. So if you want to not pay $500 for a console, just buy Xbox Game Pass, $14 a month. You don't even have to have Xbox Gold. You can just get the Xbox Game Pass and have the app, and you're done. You can do it now with the tablet. If you have a certain tablet at your home, or just a cell phone, just pay for Xbox Game Pass, and because it's done through the Xbox app, and you can play all your favorite Halo, Forza, Gears of War, what's the pirate game, Sea of Thieves, and all the other things they release on Xbox. Doom Eternal is even on Xbox Game Pass. You could just play it right from your phone or from your TV. So I think this is a good move. The article tells us here that Phil has already been talking to these guys about or trying to communicate with trying to get their app integrated with their TV services. Hopefully it doesn't turn into another Apple thing where Apple have all these restrictions. And by the way, they're starting to put those apps back on there, but they're web-based now. So that's another subject. But hopefully they don't go through the whole lawsuit thing that Epic Games is going through with Apple. of how they want their apps in their store. Same thing with the TVs. I just hope it doesn't go to that route. That's just my opinion on it. So,
well, if I'm not mistaken, I think the app is already out for certain I think Samsung already had this app, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have the Xbox app.
Well, that'd be something I have to research. That I don't know. I don't too much care for Samsung TVs. I think they're garbage. You want my opinion?
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think they do. I think NATO or something like that come out for. So yeah. So that's what I heard.
Yep. So then the next one, Phil Spencer gives shout outs to basically the PlayStation 5 controller. So all these articles come out. Phil Spencer had an interview, and I guess they were asking all these questions. And to me, by looking at this title, we should learn from each other. I pray that they bring the haptic feedback features off the PlayStation on the Xbox controller, because Max touched on that deep in one of our maybe 2 episodes ago in the podcast of how this PlayStation controller works, and I mean it's next level stuff. It's not even, this type of stuff is not even in the most modern steering wheel technology on the PCs. They have strong haptic feedback, but PlayStation took it to a whole nother level, especially with the triggers, of getting the feel of the real gun, the recoil, the impact, and all that stuff. When we play Spider-Man, you feel the webs coming out. In Godfall, I did feel where when he swung the sword, you feel the force from the sword go across the controller as if you're swinging it. I thought that was pretty sweet. So, I don't. Have you paid too much attention to that, Max, or no?
What about the feedback itself? Or
yeah, on Godfall.
I like it. I mean, just like what we talked about next generation consoles and stuff. I from my perspective, what Sony has did with that controller is amazing and stuff. It's very hard to describe it and until you actually play a game. But they even did, like I said, I got Call of Duty on Xbox. I'm kind of like, wish I would have got it on PlayStation 5 now. They were saying like on the PlayStation 5 version of Call of Duty, they say even when you're shooting and stuff like that, there's like a recoil on the trigger that you feel that feedback when you pulling the trigger and stuff. And that's something that's not been implemented and stuff. And Xbox doesn't have that at all and stuff. So that's something to think about, because you like when you shoot and stuff like that, you feel that jerk, that like that trigger and stuff like that. Like when you actually shooting in the gun, and you can feel that. Feel it. Some people like it, some people don't. But those are the things that is a nice to have, that they have that on next generation on the PlayStation 5 specifically. And I wish Xbox will put that in their next controller or something like that. But that, like I said, Sony has done a great job on that.
Yeah, I will admit it is really good. I didn't think it was going to be that good, because I'm not going to lie, I was so Team Xbox this whole year until I got this PlayStation.
Yeah.
And Max talked about me, Ralph talked about me, everybody talked about me. Like, really? So are you?
Yeah, I always been in the middle. Like I said, I always been in the middle. I like PlayStation. I was favoring more Xbox because of the performance. But then once these games started coming out and stuff, like I said, is you can't go wrong with either or. But as in feeling like it's next generation, feeling like it's next generation, feeling like a next experience when it comes to console, PlayStation 5 has done a better job and stuff. So that's just my opinion and stuff. So it's just like when you first start the system to playing it and stuff, it feels new. It's a new experience and stuff. Like the Xbox, it feels familiar. It feels familiar, but at the same time, it just got better graphics and better load times, which is, like I said, it's great. I'm not saying anything bad about it. Mm-hmm. But the PlayStation 5 is a new experience. Nothing is the same like the PlayStation 4. They everything that you think that it was on PlayStation 4 got scrapped on the PlayStation 5. Nothing is the same and stuff. So
no, especially all the extra features they add where you can share your screen. I thought that was dope. I feel like
Yeah.
Xbox should come out with that feature. So I think that feature is good for people who have PS4s and they just want the 5 look like. You should share your screen and they can just watch you. They did a good job with the streaming. I haven't tested it out yet because I do, pro streaming here on the computer. Um,
Yeah.
but and I gotta test out Xboxes. And the reason why I ain't test them out yet, I like having all my videos organized, and I know once I put a video out there from the Xbox PlayStation, I gotta go back and either delete it or change it because I don't have my intro, I don't have my I got an Elgato Stream Deck, so I can't change between my scenes. It's just plug and play when it comes to streaming with these. I don't have a standby screen or a be right back screen. So that's one of the things I was kind of wishing that when we were talking about these consoles coming up, that they have some sort of overlay that you could put. And it's not out of the picture, right? The console's only been out, not even a month, or a month, whatever. They haven't been out that long. So there's a lot of ideas that can go into these consoles, and a lot of features they don't add is on purpose. So whatever features that you're thinking about that should just be normal, they do this on purpose to be able to get you guys in there, and then once they release it, it feel like, oh man, finally, because Nintendo did the same thing with their whole messaging feature. PlayStation did it on the 4, where it was some features they didn't have in the messaging app, and not messaging app, the chat in the PlayStation, and nobody can understand, like, well, this doesn't make any sense. It was something about sending invites or making it private or something, and it just wasn't integrated, and then a year down the line they release it. So something's got to something more features, especially for these consoles, are going to come like they always do. Well, I shouldn't say always, because we've just been online since Xbox and PlayStation 3, so it ain't like we've been in all generations. But the new norm seems to be they kind of give you the small amount of features, even though this console can do so much more. Because if you haven't noticed that, when these consoles at the end of their life cycle, they pull this rabbit out of their hat, and the graphics looks totally different, like they're next gen already at the end of the life cycle. For an example, Ghost of Tsushima. As far as all that, the grass and all the features and the wind that they did, we didn't see that until now, really, with the PlayStation 4 and that stuff, or The Last of Us, and how detailed it was. It was the same thing with PlayStation 3 with The Last of Us, where it was like, man, how are they able to push all this into this and make it? And I mean, the file size is huge, right? Because there's so much development in there. But I mean, so just stay tuned with these consoles. There's going to be a lot of other things that's going to wow factor you, and then don't want to drag it too long, but if you really want to go in between buying a PC or having a console, I hate to say it because I'm the PC gaming guy. This is what I do. But as far as budget wise, you get everything you desire in a console, because you're going to pay a lot more money when you're trying to build a PC, especially with a graphics card. Graphics card is going to cost one of these consoles alone, and you still got to get all other 6 parts. So, and then the 4K Blu-ray player and all that stuff. So, and desktops now don't even have Blu-ray players anymore. So I think that if you just want to get into gaming, if you want to save the money, you want next gen graphics, ray tracing, and everything else, console is the way to go. But if you got the kind of money, build you a gaming PC. Like Max said, don't go and buy these consoles from eBay and pay 3 times the amount. Just freaking buy. If you got that money, build you a PC. Even a low budget PC will be more powerful than these consoles. So for $600 or $700, you can easily beat it. Even if you can find a PC for $500, it's still gonna beat the crap out of these consoles, especially the new NVIDIA.
No, you won't.
Yes, they will. Trust me.
No, it won't.
Yes, they will. The new the new AMD cards, and the new, especially if the 3060 comes out, it's already.
But it's not gonna be $500 because you still got to get. You still got to case. You got to get
you can get an RX 580 with more video memory in here and whoop on these. So it can be done.
You could get a 580, but how much does that cost? That's what I'm saying. Wait, for a whole console alone, no PC cannot compete with that at that price point. And stuff.
You can get an older version of the card, and this will murder this. Trust me.
I don't know and stuff like that. Not at that. Not at that price. Even like the 20 series, NVIDIA still have to get the motherboard. You still got to get your SSD and stuff. You still get it's so much you still got to get building the PC that you can't do. You won't be able to do it at $500 and stuff like that. You may be able to do it like at $1,000 and stuff. Maybe a little bit less than that, but not at $500. That's where I disagree and stuff. Like I say, you build a PC. Let me know. Build a PC and let me know and stuff like that for $500. If it's over $500, you lose.
You can find your older card, and it will murder these consoles hands down. You can get you a 1080 Ti. You can get you a 1660 Ti. And
no, but 1080 Ti would not murder.
Which is that?
Maybe 2080 can do that, but
you had cut out, Max. I couldn't hear you.
No, what I was saying is not a 1080 Ti. I can see a 2060 and a 2070 and stuff like that. And I'm really pushing it. With the 2060, but I can see a 2070 and I can see a 2080. 2080 will definitely beat the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, but not no 1080 Ti. And so that's where I'm saying no, because they already did the comparison on Digital Foundry, and Xbox Series X right now it's already beating, is at or beating the 2060 and stuff. 2060, NVIDIA 2060, and even close to the 2070, because there are certain features on there that PC that GPUs doesn't have and stuff like that. And the reason being is because Xbox Series, Xbox and PlayStation has their own proprietary stuff that
Well, yeah, that's different. If it's proprietary, it's always going to perform better. If that's what you're mentioning in that aspect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, then you can say that in an earlier conversation.
Yeah, but like I said, like if you're talking about like frame rates and all the other stuff, yeah, you may get better frame rates.
Yes, that's where I was leading to, the frame rates and the resolution.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff is uncapped. But when you go into gaming consoles and stuff like that, it depends on the developers and stuff, and it depends on the settings, because PC has so many settings. The console doesn't have that settings and stuff. They have a few settings here and there, but it's nothing like that. If that's the case, then people should just go specifically PC. But people don't want to go PC because, like I said, it's very expensive to do that. To get into that,
it's the same with Apple and Google, right? Apple always is going to perform better because they have proprietary everything, and it always performs better than everybody else. But other than that, I think this is it.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, we had the hour and stuff. So yeah.
So if you guys haven't, like and subscribe to our pages. We enjoyed you guys today. We love all the comments, the ins and out. Me and Max always like to debate on here about certain things. We got new videos out. So Max, what is your latest one now? You have so many.
What I did was, I just did a video on how to set up your gaming monitor. I have a Samsung Odyssey G7 gaming monitor, and one of the biggest things that people keep on talking about is that how can I get 120 frames out of the new Xbox and PlayStation. And people don't really realize now that you could do that by if you have a gaming monitor, you could do that. You don't have to go out and buy $2,000-$3,000 TV just to play those games. You could get a gaming monitor, play at 1440p at 120 frames or 120 hertz on these games, no issue. And then 1440p, you really don't see the difference between that and 4K with the size of that monitor. And so I just go through the settings and configuration, how to enable it, and how to show you the different settings of your Xbox Series X and how to play Call of Duty playing 120 and stuff. So yeah, That was my video.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about yourself?
I actually have a video coming out in the next couple days, or if I finish it tonight, I'll put it out. But it's pretty cool. It's the update on my gaming desk setup. It's going to be my third vlog, and I kind of go through the ins and out of what I did to my gaming desk. There's still a couple things I want to change, like my mouse pad. I got a crappy mouse pad that's all beat up, and I love this thing, and I haven't bought a new one, so that's in my video. And I think it's been my centerpiece with like all my games. So that video is actually coming out within the next couple of days. My most recent video is my vlog episode 2 on the unboxing and the unboxing of both PlayStation and Xbox. Um, you know, video. Uh, I am having an extra streaming day. I'm out of school this week, so I'll be streaming. Sunday has already passed, so I've already had my Sunday stream. But and then our podcast is today. Tomorrow I'll be streaming at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and Thursday I'll be streaming Eastern Standard Time at 10 o'clock. So stay tuned. The next stream will be Godfall. I will play that the whole night. I got to give Valhalla a break, and I got to play something different because what's going to happen is I'm going to play these games, and I'm not going to open up another one that I got brand new, and I don't want to do that again. I have so many PlayStation games that where I got stuck to Call of Duty, I stopped playing. I didn't open brand new games I spent $60, $70, $80 for. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to go through it. I'm getting to the point now where these games are not, I can't beat them in a certain amount of time. So I just got to keep switching back and forth. And I still haven't opened up Watch Dogs since I have this. So, so I gotta get to the point where I need to open my last game that I bought. And I bought these like a week ago. And I've been playing everything else but that one game. So, other than that, that's all I got. I hope you guys are able to secure it. Please remember those dates for the PS5 and the Xbox. What is it? Here's GameStop will have it on the 27th. And Walmart will have it on the 25th. So if you guys want to pick up the new consoles, please make sure you go and check those out and pick you up a console or try to. Hopefully you guys will pick one up. I'm hoping that these stores will come out with something that will combat with the bots to where everybody can actually pick up a console, but we'll see what happens. And I just ranted.
No, it's cool and stuff. But yeah. But other than that, just want to say thanks again, everyone. I was hit subscribers. I want to say thank you, everyone, for that.
Oh yeah, you're the man now.
Yeah, no, nowhere. I gotta get to 1,000 and stuff. But if you guys get the chance, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's my name, Max Chambliss, and you'll see Moan. He'll put it. Hopefully, if you could put it in the chat, greatly
I'll do it right
that.
now. Give me 1 second.
And then
not leave.
And then you got Moandogg Gaming. Told you he just said like his streaming days and stuff, but he also does some videos too on YouTube where he put his vlogs and stuff like that. So go check him out as well too, and subscribe to his channel and give him comment on his videos, like and set on the notifications.
Man, you're getting subscribers fast, man. Now that I look at this, you're doing your thing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I said, thanks to the people who watching and stuff like that. So I'm trying to put out is the content and stuff like that I like to put out and stuff. And like I said, hopefully the people who subscribe to it like it and stuff like that. If not, just try to comment. I'll make sure I try to do better and stuff. So yeah. So that's all I have. So until next time, talk to you guys later.
See you guys.
All right.
And